are live. Yay. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure we live. What's up, y'all? How's everyone doing today? Welcome to Dixon After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. If you guys haven't already joined the fam, please go ahead and make sure you smash the subscribe and click the bell right next to it. That way you know every time I go live. What's up? So, today is going to be very interesting. I haven't been outside in the world yet. I had a lot of things to do, so sorry I'm coming on a little late. But we're here, right? We are here. We are kicking. It's a new moon in Taurus. And remember, if you guys watched my video from yesterday, I did when the moon actually shifted in Taurus. And how that correlates with all the other 5 other planets that are in Taurus as well. I did a spread yesterday for that too, so go ahead and check that video out, guys, if you guys haven't done so already. Get into it. Ain't nothing to but to do but to get into it. How's everyone feeling today? You guys don't forget to like this video as you're watching. It helps the video circulate and percolate. That way somebody else can get the same message. So if you guys are new here, typically what I do is I will go ahead and talk about the intro. This is the intro right now. And I will give timestamps as well, okay? That way you guys can skip to whatever part of the video. I also will be discussing, you know, this new moon energy. You know, letting you know if you have put in negative or positive energy right now at this time. This will kind of let you know where you're starting at as far as what to be filling up right now. You know, so a couple things about that, and then I'll tap into each rising sign and the house as well that's going to be that you need to pay attention to, and of course I'll give you the good and the bad. You know, I always gotta do the light and the dark. You know, it won't make sense if I don't do that. So that's where you can actually skip through. You can skip through to those specific parts. All right. So how are we feeling today? I need a piece of candy. I know that. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why. I'm not a person that eats candy, but like, it's been a theme this week. I blame it on my dentist. After I get my braces off, they give me a whole big ass thing of candy. I'm like, take this, you get hands to me. I'm taking one piece of candy out. And she goes, no, this whole thing is for you. I'm like, oh, so I can come back? Thanks. Oh, setup. This is setup. Right? Snickers is doing it. So, oh, also too, I'm going to do I'll do a spread. My favorite deck here, Tarot Astrology. You know how we do it. Mixing a little numerology in there as well. I'll do the ancestral cards, oracles, and then also the divine oracles as well. These are all 3 of my favorite decks, FYI. So, new moon energy. This is a grand time. New moon in Taurus, right? New moons. Let me pull up the moon calendar, because after this is going to go into Gemini, right? So right now, during a new moon, this will be a really grand time. This is where you want to, like, you know, put your crystals, get that new moon energy. If you guys do like new moon water, whatever you guys do as far as rituals and things of that nature, or your own little magic, it'd be a good time to do that because you're starting fresh now, right? This is where you want to fill up your chalice, right? This is when you want to plant seeds, and this is when you want to actually speak amongst other people as far as when you're planting them. Hopefully you're talking that you know, you got the right people around you, you're planting good seeds with the right people. Because also Mercury's in Taurus right now. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So we all know new moon energy. Oh, duh, that's what I was gonna bring up. So it's at a waning crescent. That's why I said all those things. Yeah. Anyways, it's in Taurus, guys. That means 6 planets are in Taurus. Taurus is a fixed sign. It's Earth energy, right? So the ruling planet is Venus. So maybe our Taurus sun, moon, rising, and also our Libras are going to be feeling this energy a little bit more so than any other zodiac sign, because the moon is kind of weak when it's a new moon, but it's also debilitating in Taurus. But still, you know, we're feeling these things out right now. Okay. This is where we get a chance, like I said, to plant our seeds, to really fill our chalice and building stability, creating structure in our lives right now, and, you know, bringing on the material gains as we build these foundations, right? So that's Earth energy, okay? New moons can be very telling. Now, whether you have been a person that has been, if you're starting off this new moon in a positive energy or negative energy, lets you know what kind of work you were putting in. Okay, I'm going to be talking about negative and the positive for each, you know, rising sign as well. And I have my incense going, as you guys can tell. This one's burning very lovely. Love it. It's going to be very interesting as I talk, because everything is vibration, right? Anyway, so during this collective energy, Taurus tends to be, of course, grounded, very stable kind of an energy, like I like to call it Mr. Smooth Operator, and being focused on practical matters. Now, our moon energy is more of the divine feminine kind of an energy, right? So it's all about, you know, we want to bring in our stability and build our foundation, and, you know, Taurus is having a good old time. This is why I probably dress like this, fucking Taurus, because Taurus is the type of person, like, they can look so jazzy and dress everything up. The moon actually likes to be in Taurus energy, okay? So hence maybe why I chose this, you know, these threads to put on. But also very humble at the same time. Taurus energy, grounded, earth sign. They peep everything. Watch that video from yesterday. But yeah, so, you know, during this time, we're going to feel a very, very, very strong desire to build our security, to make ourselves feel comfortable, and so that we can bring on the results that we want. Now, with Taurian energy, this is not about buying, you know, the fancy car and the things that whatever you purchase is gonna just, you purchase it and then it's gone. That's not about that as far as the new moon energy. This is more of like bringing in, hey, Scat Pack, what you got going on? Well, nice to see you, long time. So this is more so bringing in or buying or investing in people, places, and things that are more long lasting, like something as far as like your home, which is your stability, something of your foundation that you want to keep in and that you want to see it, like whether this is you building new skill sets or whatever, this is something that's going towards that for longevity purposes, the long term, you know what I mean? You want to tap into things, people, places, and things that's going to be there for the long haul, dragonfly, and not just for a season. Okay, so this is what we're all driving towards, especially with this powerhouse of all 6 planets in Taurus. I feel like we're going to have some huge announcements going on, as far as like worldly news and things of that nature, but we'll figure it out. So you really want to set good intentions. Now, as I was saying earlier, if you're coming to this new moon and you're like looking at yourself like, dang, I ain't got nothing, you know, money's kind of low, I'm sad, I'm angry, or you're frustrated about a situation that happened, you're already coming into a new moon with negative energy. That's not a good sign. That lets you know kind of the work that you were putting in prior, you know, wasn't that great. Okay, it's like your garden is kind of spoiled now. Your fruit is rotten in a sense, you know? But unless maybe you're a person where you're okay, you're content with life right now, more of a positive energy, even though you're not matching that vision that you have for yourself, it's like you're kind of in the middle right now, okay? You have gratitude for everything that you have going on right now, and you're happy and you're feeling good, but it's still not, where you want to be at this moment in time, and you're still working towards it, and that's a great energy to be in. Some people, they may have caught every single time there was a new moon, they knew what to do. There was a full moon, they knew what to do. It's like someone that was definitely riding the current and catching all of these open portals. Look at the ladybug. Oh, love it. Right on time, right? Someone that's always caught every single moment, and that's been doing the work for eons, like a long time. And they caught every opportunity and knew how to work with the energy. Oh, they're riding sky high. Like, they're just in it. They're in it to win it. They're just balling out of control right now. And they feel real good. Okay? So depending on where you're at as far as the negative or positive octave, how you're starting off the new moon also matters, because later on I'm going to tell you how to finesse that energy. If you're in the negative, how to turn it to a positive. If you're in a positive, how to really increase that. But also what to look for too, because there's always a dark and a light to every situation that we come across. So new moon energy, it's all about really, like I said, setting your intentions. That's related to our financial stability, Taurus energy, right? With all these other planets in Taurus. Building up resources, figuring out the things that you have. Like I said, more of like home, like more stuff that actually like is long lasting, you know, like maybe, you know, like the aesthetics of it all. Because remember, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is, chilling. Okay. So, damn, you just fucked me up. So it's more of like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Taurus is ruled by Venus, right? Which is all about beauty, aesthetics, and things of that nature. So I feel like Taurus is kind of all around as far as nurturing all of our senses. Like Taurus can be the nurturing, the loving, and the caring, but also, you know, peeping everything that's going on, and the touch and seeing things, right? Hearing things, being more observant, and that kind of an energy. It's kind of, that's why the moon likes to be in Taurus, because it's kind of like multifaceted. It's very well-rounded. I call it like a nice seasoned chicken in a sense. It likes to be here, even though it's at a detriment, but it likes to be here, okay? Catwoman. So is that what I look like right now today? Catwoman? What is this guy talking about? I don't know who this person is. So anyways, so right now, this is a grand time in the new moon energy. Now this is the time where, you know, everyone talks about, you know, you see on social media about manifesting. You don't want to manifest during the full moon. Full moon's all about releasing. New moon is where you want to plant the seeds in your garden, right? I don't know either. Plant the seeds in your garden and really, you know, water everything and get it going, right? So this is where you want to manifest whatever it is that you want to bring in for yourself, especially within Taurus energy. This is where we're operating, because this is where the sign it's in right now. So the new moon wants new things, wants to do things differently in a new way, eat new foods, you know, put on new thread, new, just think new moon, right? It only makes sense to do things in a different way. But now, since it's in Taurus, this is going to be pertaining to our financial stability, maybe our career, our relationships, whatever our desires and dreams and aspirations are. You know, creating more of like a comfortable, like I said, home environment for ourselves. And how are we going to do that? So this is your opportunity. You can actually really play this energy very well. If you watch my channel, you're going to be able to, you know, get some tidbits on how to do so, right? It's going to spark some ideas on what you really need to be focusing on at this time, which is creating some new shit. Now, some of us can receive messages or downloads, uploads, channeling, whatever you want to call it, by even connecting with nature, since Taurus is an earth energy. So maybe there's, you know, you going outdoors, or you traveling and gaining new experiences, North Node in Taurus, outdoors and in gardening and like I said, engaging with the natural world is going to be especially a grand time for you. If you go outside, normally, like, you're a person that's like, you know, I don't want to go to the beach with y'all today. And then let's say now, new moon in Taurus, oh, you know what? It's actually 90 degrees. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna go outside. You might catch a message. You might get an idea that you can innovate and create something in, you know, Uranus and Taurus kind of an energy, right? And be thinking outside of the box with other people, different brains, like-minded like you. You never know what's going to happen. So it can be very beneficial for you right now. Like, especially some of you guys, you know, we're worried about what's in the food right now, GMO. So maybe you want to learn how to garden, right? Now that you've you're planting those seeds, literally like creating your own garden. Now later on you can harvest, and now your health is better. You have more vitality. You have more energy to carry out your duties, responsibilities, and obligations. Now even like people know about it. You're videoing about it. You're going live about it. You're so excited, and possibly later on, maybe you can even turn that into a business because people are going to be coming at you with all these questions. You're like, you know what? Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to teach a class about this, or I'm going to write an ebook, or, you know what I'm saying? Something could come out of it like that, just naturally you being you and in a Taurian way. So it could be very beneficial for you right now also too, to ground yourself. We have all these planets in earth signs right now, so grounding yourself, that way you can have the clarity and you can foresee what is coming towards you, or what you want to actually get into. Because remember, you are the esoteric bag. You keep all this stuff going, right? All these systems. So now it's time maybe to create your own system and put your own time and energy into something that you actually love, that you're passionate about, and that you want to move forward, and that you can see yourself settling in to build your foundation, okay? And like I said, during this time, a lot of us, like as far as our gifts and our little magic or whatever, it's nurturing all of your senses. Like I said, Taurus is real chill and kick back, very humble and kind of an energy, right? They see everything, they hear everything. Because also too, if you want to know a secret, always think of the opposite sign, right? Which is would be Scorpio in this case. So you may look at a Taurus and they can be very quiet. They're dressed so nice, very well. They got the pizzazz, they got grand energy, but they're just chilling. They're watching, right? They're listening, using those senses, paying attention to what's going on, looking at the fine details, looking at the beauty of life right now. And you could be having a conversation around a Taurus, and you may not think that they know what's up, because they're so quiet and they're not really speaking on anything. They're not taking action on certain things because it could be a wasted energy anyways. It's not going towards building their stability and their foundation. They don't care. It's not building structure. It's surface level shit, right? But at the same time, they could be, really conjuring up something in their mind. They could be real smart about it. They could be real slick and see things deeper, on a deep level, like a Scorpio in this case. So you got to watch out. And that's why I love Scorpio. I love Taurus energy in a higher octave, of course. But this is the energy too, where you can really, this is forcing us to really reflect on, what do we actually value? What do we, this could be like, normally you would probably go out on the weekends and party and hang out and not get home till like 3 or 4 in the morning. And now it's kind of like, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I want to get up early. I want to meditate. I want to go to the gym. I want to look at the charts, or I want to, there's whatever you want to do for the day to really kind of set yourself up nice. It's kind of forcing us to really just pay attention to more things that actually mean something to us, that brings us structure in our lives. And that's where it's going to be even more enjoyable for you, because you're going to be doing something you actually want to do, and it's going towards building those bricks. Some people want to, this could be, Taurian energies, like maybe getting a massage, like I said, eating real good, trying new foods, right? Trying the new finest wines or whatever. Maybe listening to certain frequencies of music. You're like, you know what? I'm feeling like this is more like a oldies, 90s backyard barbecue kind of vibe. Like, I want to start listening to that music now when I drive, instead of the whole hi-fi movement that I was doing before. I don't know. It could be something totally different, right? So engaging in activities that just make you feel more relaxed. I like to listen to my jazz music. Lately that's been giving me like a, look at this big, that big black bee is back, you guys. It's back! Luckily I have my door closed. Thank goodness. Someone told me, Chichi, close your door. See, this is what's good when you listen to your intuition. Because we would have had a whole nother episode when I had the blower. Oh, I don't know if y'all seen that video, but anyways. So, this is a really good time to just be more authentic, pretty much. Bring the authenticity, be real, be true to yourself, instead of like copying Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, this is where you can really, like I said, When you master your own energy, master self, you get more comfortable with who you are, then you end up just, you feel so much better when you go out into the world and people actually engage with you. They want to speak, you know, having those high conversations about, okay, this is where we're going to invest, this is how we're going to make money, we're going to build this. You gain more knowledge and wisdom, and, you know, the conversations are hitting different. You're like, you know, they actually like me for me. Like, you know, I'm dope, you know? And then you start bringing stuff to the table, and then you never know. You can create a whole community, and you guys can come together and really make some shit happen for yourself, okay? Bees come when they see honey. No, they've been like on me. What are we on? Week 3, week 4? Yesterday in my car, I'm like, Spirit, can you land on me like a butterfly or a ladybug instead of a damn bee? Jesus. But so, you know, really reflect on really what matters to you right now at this time. This is a time to really assess your priorities, you know, readjust. This is that new energy, new moon. The things that used to be a priority to you probably are not anymore. Some of you guys are like changing subconsciously, but some of you guys are actually like, you know what? I gotta change. I can't do this shit no more. Like your patterns, behaviors, and vices, whatever it is that you got going on. You're like, man, this is not really bringing me anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's not taking me anywhere, but giving me stagnant energy. Nothing's moving. Nothing's evolving. Nothing's growing from this. So I need to stop X, Y, and Z, and I want to get real serious. So either you're like setting that intention to do it, or it's just naturally kind of happening for you right now at this time, depending on if you were putting in negative or positive work, right? And I'll go into each sign later. So, you know, making those adjustments, that way you can kind of realign yourself right now. That way you can have just, you feel more fulfilled in the things that you're tapping into, right? At least going towards it, or at least have some idea on how to get out of whatever situation you're not feeling right now, so you can like move forward in life. Okay. Buzz busting. So embracing self-care, what you can do in the new moon. What are some new self-care routines that you can do? Taurus energy, definitely, you know, you see how I got dressed today. I'm like, you know what? I got my hair done, I put a little thing, put a little red lip on, you know, actually put like, I got a whole little dress going on here. I'm like, I just want to feel like, I want to feel sexy today, you know, like, I don't know. It just kind of came out. So, self-care, self-nurturing routines. What are some things that you can do? You can do some spiritual baths. You can go get a pedicure, like I said. You can just really maybe facials and all the things to like, you know, make yourself feel good. And you also look maybe aesthetically pleasing, you know, but also your energy, your inner core, your inner guidance system is what matters the most first. Because when you're taking care of yourself from the inside, on the outside, you're already going to be glowing. Everyone's going to be like, damn, you got this glow. You've been looking real good lately. Like, what kind of skin, what's your skincare routine? Like, like they're not going to know where the hell this energy came from, because you've been doing a lot of energy work, right? For yourself. That way you can carry out your duties, responsibilities, and obligations and feel good about it, and go to, you know how to prioritize right now. You know where to put your time and energy into, instead of, you know, worrying about whatever, you know, Sally and Patty and all of them are doing over there, and Tom and Rick, and, you know, hanging out with them, just chilling on the porch, just sipping a beer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it's not, I'm not saying not to hang out with anybody, but I'm just saying, like, you'd rather be more productive with your time. You'd rather be more selective with the rooms or conversations that you're sharing amongst other energies. Taurus energy, right? So making sure that you pamper yourself, making sure that you re-energize, you know, getting enough rest, because, you know, maybe the next day's activities that you're about to tap into, you know, making sure that you put your phone on do not disturb when you're doing important activities, making sure that you actually have space for your friends, family members, children, co-workers, or whatever before you engage in the conversation. You know, if you're not on the up and up right now, you might want to be, you know, a person that's kind of kicked back in the corner and just chilling, and you're like, you know what, I don't even feel like doing that, so I'm just going to go over here, because I know, you know, Jason over here, he's going to try to talk my head off, and I don't even feel like getting into it right now today. I got my own shit to worry about. Like, you know what I mean? You could be in that energy, right? So it's like knowing where you're at and what energy you're carrying to get yourself out of that so that you can come to the forefront and, you know, front center stage and, you know, participate in certain activities that are around you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Taurian energy. Recharging your own goddamn battery before you're trying to just go out there. So really practicing that self-care. I feel like a lot of us are probably, you probably started doing something totally different. Like you're probably like, you know what? I know my wife is gonna make so much noise and she's gonna tell me to make her coffee and all that stuff, and I'm probably not gonna do it. So let me go to bed early, and then I'm gonna wake up before her, and I'm gonna have it just all ready. That way she doesn't bug me and I can sleep in. You know what I mean? And like trying to remind me to do something. I'm gonna just do it now and get it over with. Like that's Taurian energy, right? So being very practical is Earth energy. It's Taurus sign. Just super practical about everything. Okay. You know, you're not going to be like Capricorn where it's like, yeah, I want to go buy a car. I want to buy these sneakers and, you know, no. Or I'm going to go to this concert or go, you know what I mean? No, not Capricorn energy. Not Virgo energy either. Virgo's more of like super detailed, but more like, I would say it's more about self, kind of like selfish kind of an energy. It may come across as that, but really tuning into just details, but a little bit more harsh about it. No, Tauruses are, like I said, the smooth operator kind of an energy, right? Just really peeping shit, super practical, make sure everything's good, doing things in their favor, because you gotta remember it's ruled by the planet of Venus, which is love and money as well. So we really now want to take those concrete steps in building whatever it is you gotta do. Like, I don't care if you gotta write sticky notes all over your wall or quotes on your goddamn mirror that you look at every time you brush your goddamn teeth. You know, your I am affirmations that you say, you know, just making sure you have like a fat calendar of everything that you want to carry out. You know, having like your iPad set up with, you know, okay, these are the creative things I want to tap into today. These are my short-term goals for the week. This is my long-term. This is where I see myself next few months of what I want to have accomplished. Like just really getting organized, building structure. That's Taurus energy. That way, because Taurus likes to feel comfortable. It doesn't really like too much change. Oh my, holy shit. You guys, something's gonna happen. 2 white birds. I haven't seen a white bird in forever. Literally, 2 white birds. And they're huge as fuck. Anyways, yo, that was dope. So as I'm saying that, you can really set yourself up really nice, creating the bones of everything, creating that structure, and then, you know, creating new habits for yourself. Like I said, new moon, doing new things with new people, new faces, new places, new experiences. The old ways clearly weren't working. So this is where you should really observe what's really not kicking and jiving anymore and really get into the things that, you know what, let me try this, let me try that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in this negative energy of like, oh, damn, shit ain't working out for me. I ain't got this and I ain't got that. I really got to switch it up. That is a tall telling sign to get into something. Maybe if you are into something already, maybe just like looking at it in a new perspective or going at it in a new way, or just scrapping it all together and really starting over in something else that might work for you, okay? To gain a new skill set or new knowledge or whatever the hell it is to bring in the bacon, right? So you really want to break things down in a smaller way. That way you can create that action. Some of us have certain things that we do in our daily living activities that are so daunting to us, we really don't want to get into it, but we have to do it, especially if you have a family, if you have like, you know, if you have a mate you live with or roommates or kids, you still got to take care of, especially sometimes. I commend people that have kids and that are actually in their lives, because no matter what the hell you feel inside and whatever the hell you got going on, that doesn't matter. You're a superhero because you still got to take care of your goddamn kids and worry about whatever they got going on at the end of the day, right? That's a superhero for real. So there may be some things you might not want to tap into for that specific day of the week, right? So making sure you put things in small increments, or learning how to delegate certain tasks. That way you can kind of breathe, and you might get a 5 or 10 minute break or a moment of silence or solitude, you know, to really just, I ain't got no kids right now. Oh, this feels great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really setting yourself up nice. Or, Ah, yes, I get the whole break room to myself. No co-workers for right now. I get to breathe. I don't have to talk about work. I don't have to talk about the bullshit that's going on. I just want to eat my goddamn lunch. Like, you know, whatever that is for you. In whatever situation or aspect of your life, this is that energy. Taurus energy, new moon energy, right? So that way you can actually get things done. You know, that way you can work towards the things that you want. Everybody has time for the things that they are passionate about, the things that they want to do and participate in. Never let anybody tell you they ain't got no goddamn time. Oh, you know, I really don't have time to do that. You can make time and they can make time. No excuses. It's just maybe they don't value Taurus energy, something about you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's something you have to carry out, maybe you don't value it as much as you thought you did. And that's why you ain't even tapping into it. It's not that serious is what they like to say, but it's really value. It really comes down to the word value, okay? So really focus on making progress, guys. And earth energy is like, you know, any earth sign is a little bit slower than normal, but I always say slow and steady wins the race as long as you're putting one foot in front of the other. This is that energy where you can do that. So you can be a little bit more innovative and be a little bit more deliberate on the things that you want to carry out. All right. So just, it's all about, guys, just with this 6 planets in Taurus right now, with this new moon energy, it's all about cultivating stability, bottom line, really enhancing your connection with, it's forcing us to go physical. Okay, with all this earth energy, it's forcing us to really look at everything in a physical way. It really is, but we still have Saturn and Neptune and Pisces right now too, so we can still be imaginative and creative and, you know, not be tapped into the physical if you know how to work with that energy as well and bring that over here as well. That can really help you create some shit. But it's really forcing us to nurture ourselves, our well-being, what we really give a fuck about, like what really matters to us at the end of the day. Like what's gonna bring us those high places and have those new experiences and bring on a lifestyle that we can cater to. We don't feel stressed. We're not sad, mad, upset, you know, overworked, underpaid kind of an energy. Like we want to go the opposite, right? And that's really like, you can really, like I said, you can really play this out right, and be good for years. If you play this energy right, you can really build a super solid foundation with this energy. If you're consistent, you have to take action though. Okay, you got to take action. It's not about lighting the candles and the incense and, you know, having a couple crystals and kumbaya outside. You know, like you got to take action at some point, right? You really got to. So this new moon will let you know, were you taking action on certain things or not? This new moon will let you know where you stand, because now think of the chalice as empty and you have to fill it back up again, right? That's why full moon is all about, okay, what do I need to release and let go of when it's full? Because your chalice is full now. It could be overflowing with bullshit sometimes. That's why they say full moons are releasing, new moons are filling up. So what do you want to fill? What do you want to fill your chalice up with? What we sipping on today? What we got going on? You know what I'm saying? To really think about it. You know, like manifest your desires, guys. Make it a reality. Whatever energy, like tap into that Neptune energy, that combine Neptune and Saturn energy in Pisces right now, so you can really conjure up. That's what I said. It's good. It's at least give yourself 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour a day alone. No phone zone, silence. That way you can really tap into that brain where you're creating. You're utilizing your imagination, because whatever, when you were in solitude or in hermit mode or away from everybody, you came up with some shit. This is even like in the shower. That's why people always say, in the shower, I come up with hella good ideas, and once I'm out the shower, I forget. Like, but for some reason it's a shower. Why? Because most of us are alone when we're bathing ourselves, right? You have peace, you have quiet, serene, the water flowing. It's all you're hearing and thinking about is that one task of washing your ass. So you start to just think of, like, it's like you gain a sense of clarity and your mind starts to clear up, your thoughts start to clear up, so you come up with all these grand ideas. That's why. Because that's probably the only space you get when you're goddamn alone, unless you were like a person that lives alone and, you're not really around anybody, you don't fuck with too many people. So, really use that energy, Saturn Neptune energy, to carry out whatever dreams you had, whatever goals you written down, whatever's on your dream board, that you want to see come to real life, because you can really make shit happen. You can bring in a lot of money for yourself. You can bring in, like I said, a lot of stability, but you have to be consistent and take action on it. You can't just sit there and stare at everybody else doing it. This is not the time to be worried about everybody else. You gotta really figure out, what are you gonna bring to the table? What appetizers are we having? What's for dinner? Is this a 9-course meal, or is this just like a little bowl of ramen noodles? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we getting dessert after? Like, and then are we inviting people? Do they have something to bring to the table? Hey, bring a plate. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better bring some. You got the bottle? No, I got the wine. I got the bottle. Oh, I'm gonna bring the soda. Okay, I got, you know, making sure we're around people and talking to people that are of substance, that have something going already. That way there's no one trying to take from you or drain your energy during this time of creation, new moon energy. Is it making sense? Y'all put a what if it makes sense, okay? So, I think let's move along here, guys. Also too, all this Taurus energy in the new moon is going to rule our neck. I know some people like to know about this. Your throat, so vocal cords, thyroid, tonsils. So this is a good, this is good to know in the case of, you know, if you're a person that smokes like 10 blunts a day, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you might be like coughing more than you're talking. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you know, might be engaging in lots of conversation and conversing with a lot of people. Some people might have, like, depending on what energy you're dishing out, you might have something going on with your throat. You might have lost your voice, or what else? I don't want to say like anything super negative or anything, but you know how people can have certain things going on. Okay, might have a cold. I don't know. You know, it depends on where you're at as far as energy-wise, as far as your body. You can tell where you're at. It's very telling. Very, very telling. Very telling. Okay, so just be aware of those areas. You can have, like, if you have like sore neck problems and you got pain and you're always like, oh my God, maybe you need a tune-up. Go to the chiropractor. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and tap in. We're going to do all rising signs and what house that this is going to affect. And I'm going to give you the positive aspect of this and also the negative, because you might come into this new moon, you know, sad, upset, and distraught. Or you might be a person like, you know what, I'm ready for this shit. I want to change. I want to do some new shit. I'm feeling this vibe. Yes, let's go. Let's do it. All these bees. 1, 2, 3. Go away. So that's what you might want to tap into. Hold on. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start off, of course, all the way from Aries to Pisces. Aries, sun, moon, rising. Okay, however you want to work it out, you can do Aries, sun, moon, or rising. On all signs, you can do sun, moon, or rising. Okay? Because I'm also going to give the house anyways as far as your rising sign. However it plays out for you. I should take a sip of that, actually. So this would be a good idea. One more thing I want to say. When the moon is in an earth sign like this and it's excited to do some new shit, so this is a good energy to conjure up those new ideas and put them on paper and write them down. That way you don't forget, because when the moon goes into Gemini, if you don't have all those ideas planned out and you know what I'm saying, and you're working on them and things of that nature, when the moon comes in Gemini, you're going to be a little bit confused because it's an air energy. It's very flighty, in and out. You can be like, wait, do I want to do this? No, I don't know about that. You'll be more in a confused state. Now, if you're a person that has something going on when the moon moves into Gemini, I think it's gonna be this weekend, right? It's all Gemini this weekend, I think. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. So come Saturday and Sunday, you're clear on the things that you want to get started, maybe from Monday through Friday, or you know, for the next few months or whatever have you. You know, on the weekend, you're gonna be more geeked about it. You're gonna have maybe more insight and use that Gemini intellect. You know what I'm saying? And do a little bit more research and really tap into the things that you already want to know about, or the things that you want to get started. You see how that works? So set yourself up real good right now in this grounded energy. Okay? So anyways, let's tap in Aries rising. So Aries rising, sun, moon. This is going to be in your second house. Okay. We all know second house is the things that we value, which is awesome because this is kind of the energy, you know, Taurus is ruled by Venus, things that we value. And Taurus is also that energy. That's why it's like that. And our possessions, right? So this new moon for you guys, Aries, is you're going to be working on a positive aspect. Some of you guys can be working on, you know, towards your stability. What are some things that you're tapping into right now that are bringing home the bacon, that are opening up new financial opportunities for you? You're going to be really questioning that, okay? So this is going to allow you to feel a little bit more grounded. Some of you guys might be more focused. You're like, you know what? It's my turn. Like, I need to get my shit together. Like, I want to go do X, Y, and Z. Forget what y'all doing. I'll see y'all maybe on Friday or something like that. Really be sucked into something because you know it's working for you, or this is where it feels comfortable to you, to where it's going towards building stability in your life and building the bricks of your foundation and where you want to go. The negative side to this for an Aries sign within the second house is that there's some things that you may have to change. I said with all these 6 planets in Taurus, it's like change is the name of the game, honey, okay? So you have to be accepting of change, and some Aries might not want to be in that change mood. You might not want to change up the things that you already have going on. Like if you're a person that doesn't know how to cook and all of a sudden someone's like, let's go take a cooking class together. Like, let's do a date, you know, cooking wine. And you're like, I got people to cook for me. I don't need to learn how to cook. Oh, that's a woman's job or something like that. Like some aider like that. And like, you're gonna be like, oh God. Like it's that kind of a stuff where an Aries can be stuck in old patterns and behaviors. So you got to be careful of that energy. You really have to embrace the new because you could be blocking those new opportunities for you to come in. Okay. You can be very stubborn. Aries could be super possessive as well. You know, that could be a challenge. Okay. So figure out if you ever come across where you're stubborn or you feel any type of possessive type of an energy, that's an area that you need to change within the second house. That way you can, you know, maybe change your morals, values, beliefs, that we can bring on the material possession, second house energy, right? In a Taurian way. So Taurus rising. So Taurus rising, we all know that it always starts in whatever sign it's in your house, first house. First house is self, right? So in a positive way with this new moon in Taurus, like I said, Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, you guys are going to feel this, and Libra, you guys are going to feel this more because the ruling planet is Venus for your guys' sign, okay? So this is, you know, super going to enhance how you feel about what the hell is going on. Why? Because you're born as a Taurus and all this is new to you. Change is like, you know, it's like, you know, changing your underwear every day. It's you go through your whole life. There's always something happening or something. You got to put out a fire here. You got to find a solution here. You got to switch it up here. You got to move here. You got to new friends here. Like everything. You're so used to it. You might complain about it. You know, it might be like, oh, damn, now I got to da-da-da-da. You know, you might complain about it, but still, you know, you still get things done in a Taurian way. So it's just really going to enhance this for you with new moon, but I feel like you're going to be more confident because you know how to rock with this energy. You know how to roll with it. So Taurus is going to be extra confident right now with like, oh, what's up? I'm ready. Like you're like I'm ready. Bring it on. Like that's how Tauruses are going to be. So I feel like here for the most part, like how you identify right now, as far as your personal identity, you might, like I said, you might switch shit up during this new moon. You might get a new hairstyle. You might dye your hair. You might, you know, just do something new as far as how you look. You might get a piercing, tattoo, some diamonds in your teeth, you know, whatever it is. You're going to do something to bring on the beauty and the aesthetics of it all. Taurian energy ruled by Venus, right? So it's a favorable time for you, okay, to really kind of improve yourself and set new goals, okay? This is a very favorable time for Tauruses right now, all right? So if you are feeling like, you know what, you're ever sitting there and you're like, I'm bored. No, you're not. Figure something out. You got there's a goal that you want to achieve somewhere in there. I know there is, so get on it, right? The negative side to this. Now, you've become so immune to change, and you know, with Uranus being a Taurus, which is the planet just of disruption, Mercury's in Taurus, North Node is in Taurus, Jupiter's now in Taurus, which is expanding these things. You can be also hella stubborn too, of switching shit up. Like, you're like, I'm just sick of this right now. Like, damn, like I just got this new job and then now already they giving me shit. Like, what? Like, oh God, I'm over these people already. I just need to work for my goddamn self. Like, you could just be so over it. And there you go, like just rolling a blunt, you know, having a glass of wine. Like, I don't even want to think about this anymore. Or you found out, you know, a lot of things are being revealed right now too. The veil is gone, so you might find out a friend that you thought was a friend really ain't a friend no more. You're like, oh, again? Damn, one of those? Sip, sip. You know what I'm saying? So you know, this might hinder your relationships because, you know, it's in your first house as well about yourself. So you could be looking at yourself, man, in the mirror like, damn, is there something I need to change about me? Is it me? Or do I need to, you know, switch around who I need to kick it with? New moon energy, okay? Some of those, whatever mission you're on right now, Taurus, it's like some of those people that you're not going to resonate with them anymore. I don't care if you've known them for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? They're on a whole nother journey and you're trying to go somewhere else. You might bump heads with somebody. So you might be stubborn and you might not want to remove these people, places, and things from your life right now because while you're attached to a personality, or you just have that like old way of thinking of how they told us, like, you know, you got to stay friends with your high school buddies, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Like, you don't want to lose them, but sometimes you kind of have to do that. So you might be stubborn and not want to remove somebody. Then here goes later on, 2 months down the line, this so-called friend of yours is like seeing your success and where you are at and whatever seeds you planted, and you're out here traveling, doing things that you want to do. And now whenever you invite their ass over, you're the one paying for dinner, you're the one paying for their flight, you paid for the hotel. You know, you see how that works? Like, so don't be too stubborn and let people go. You got to release and let go. These some people in your life right now, okay? And embrace some new faces. Maybe the friends that you didn't really pay attention to, but you guys are friends. Maybe you want to tap into them and see what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? New energy, new beginnings, this could bring in new opportunities for you, okay? Because you don't want to be in energy where you're being prevented from doing so. Gemini rising. Gemini sun, moon, okay, rising. So this is going to be in the 12th house. In the 12th house. So we all know the 12th house is anything that's hidden, like secrets. It's more of like, I would call it like esoteric. Like it's more of like, 12th house can be new beginnings as well, but it's also endings. Okay, so I feel like for Geminis, this new moon can actually help you find more peace in life right now at this time. You might even reconnect with a certain aspect of yourself, especially your spiritual side, which is the 12th house. So let's say, for example, yeah, you download your natal chart and things of that nature. Yeah, you know your life path number, soul number, whatever. But now you're going deep in the trenches. Now you're really trying to figure out, like, who were you in a past life? What's your mission now? Let me load my gene key, get my human design chart read. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to go deep into mastering self right now. So that could be, this could leave you in an energy where you don't really want to, like, mess with too many people. You kind of want to build yourself back up in a sense. And like, that's how you build your stability. Because once you master yourself, you know exactly what you want to tap into now. You're unlocking the magic from up there. You can bring it down here, and that gives you more clarity. So now you know how to move, check, and jive out here and tap into, you know, where and who you want to put your time and energy into now. That's going to bring clarity for you. So it's really a good time for you guys to just, in this grounded energy, to heal. Heal old wounds. That way you can bring in the new for the new moon, right? Get over certain situations, figure out the root cause of it, do some shadow work. Okay, I figured out why I got mad when so-and-so says this, or I figure out why I get triggered when they do that to me. You figured it all out. You're in hermit mode. You're in solitude. You're working on it. You isolated yourself enough. And now it's like, you know, now you can let go. Now you can remove that emotional baggage. You can start this new moon in a positive way and turn it around, right? And start filling your own goddamn cup up. Because if your cup is empty right now and you're trying to pour into other people, what are you pouring into them? Are you projecting? Are you dumping? Because you haven't dealt with self yet. So making sure it's a good time to really let go of that old shit. Like, just let it go. Whatever happened, let it go. Heal it, let it go, deal with it, you know, nip it in the bud and wrap it up and really focus on what you value, what matters to you, Taurian energy. So you see where this is going as far as with Gemini in the 12th house, because things could have been revealed to you. They still could be being revealed to you as well, here and there possibly, but you probably already knew some shit. Hidden enemies, things that were hidden within yourself that you may not have known and now you know. So in this negative, on the negative side to that, this could kind of, Gemini, you gotta be real careful, because then you can go stay in isolation. You could stay in depression because you're so disappointed. Maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend did something to you. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a family member, or maybe the people you've been kicking it with like every day or something like that at work, or friends. And it's like, damn, I gotta look at you in a different light now. Now I gotta act different with you. Now I gotta delete you. I gotta block you. Now I gotta, like, you know what I mean? You could be really in your head about that and stay stuck. So you gotta be careful, Geminis, because you gotta avoid, because Taurus energy can overindulge in things. So if it's in your 12th house, you can be overindulging and being an escape artist right now. You can really be like, nope, I ain't fucking with nothing, nobody. You can delete all your social medias. You can go ghost on everybody. Everybody's like, where's Jem at? Where'd they go? What happened? Y'all heard from Jem yet? Like, you could really go overboard with it and not want to deal with not another, but that's not really going to help you in the long term. Okay? You don't want to do that. It turns into like, that's self-sabotaging behavior. There comes the doubt. There goes the fear. There goes, I really ain't shit. I really ain't got nothing going for myself. Whatever. I'm just over it. Fuck it. Fuck everybody. Fuck everything. Like, you can really end up in that, and you don't want to be there. Don't stay there. Feel the emotion and get out of it. Okay? All right, moving on. Cancer rising. Sun, moon rising. Cancer. So this is going to be in your 11th house. So we all know your 11th house is all about your, it's like groups of people. It could be like your friendships, any groups that you're kicking it with or involved in. 11th house could be even your hopes, wishes, dreams. I think that's it for 11th house. So this can really enhance those connections, right? Enhance those friendships. Let's say, for example, you met somebody, I don't know, when you went out of state, you're like, I want to go travel. You met a couple of people. You got their phone number. You guys have been hitting it off. You've been talking on social media. Now you're like, you guys have ideas to do things together. So it's like you kind of want to tap into that side, because you're sick of all these other people. They ain't got nothing going on, but they just want to watch you and stare at you and, be in your business or whatever. And they really have nothing that's helping you with building your foundation and bringing stability or structure within your life right now. So you're going to start noticing those people that really ain't got shit. They ain't about shit. So you want to go where those people are, those new faces, like the ones that we're talking about. Let's go here. Let's do this. Let's tap into that. So you might be, planting seeds with these people, doing things with them. That way it's because it's going towards building the bricks, right? So that could be your energy right now. So as far as like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a tip of my tongue. Networking. You could be in like a networking kind of a group for 11th house energy. And when you're networking, this can bring in more opportunities and more opportunities. And like I said, new faces, new places. North Node in Taurus. New moon energy in Taurus, right? So that could be where you're at. And in the midst of all of that, there's going to be people that you are, that are going to become your favorite. You might talk to them a little bit more. You might start to even trust their ass and start to, sign contracts and do things with them. Go places with them. It could really turn into something good for you. You might even join a group. Like, let's say you want to, I don't know, be like a master bodybuilder or some shit like that. And you want to get your body cut and right or something for something that you got to do, or just for your own sake of health. And, you know, these people, they're vegans or something. I don't know. Like, they know how to eat real good, and you suck at your diet right now. So you join a group of people that are doing the things that you want to do. 11th house energy. You know, so or join like some type of organization, like as far as maybe you know, maybe at work, maybe someone mentioned like, hey, you know, we do like boxing classes, or we kind of come together and we kind of or no, this is better, or on every Wednesday we kind of have this group where everyone that wants to be an entrepreneur, we kind of come and we, you know, we have dinner, a couple of drinks, but we all kind of go around the table and talk amongst each other about what we can offer, what skill sets we already have, and what we're diving into now. You might be interested in stuff like that. Okay. Now the downside to this, Cancer rising, really think about this, right? You probably already know the answer. The downside is you could be rubbing elbows or shoulders with people and be caught in a line of fire. If somebody's on some fuck shit, you end up doing a deal with them or agreeing to do something with them, and then you end up in that line of fire. You didn't know that they were faulty in that aspect because you're just out having new fun, creating these new connections, right? They on the same type of time you on, but they could be on the snake side of things. And you can get caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with who you're creating the relationships with, because you're in this adventurous, new vibing energy. Okay, you know, you're gonna be looking at more falling in love with the potential, and when you're dealing with 11th house. Okay, you can't do that. Yeah, it can seem cool. I love this optimistic energy that you have, Cancer, but at the end of the day, let's take off the rose-colored glasses and see, oh wait, oh, so what they doing is they making everybody do the work while they just sit back and collect. And they acting like they're the wise guy, but they're really not. They're copying X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? You can really peep game. Okay? So you gotta utilize your discernment when we're dealing with 11th house energy, especially if we're going towards building our foundation and creating structure and bringing stability within ourselves. Like I said, a lot of people are doing a strange things for a piece of change. So you have to be careful of who you're collabing with, who you're speaking with. Not everybody is thinking like you, and they're, you know, doing everything out of integrity. Some people are stomping on motherfuckers' necks to get to where they gotta go. Okay, so you gotta kind of be careful of that. So let's see here. Now also too, you might be struggling with current connections too. So as far as your relationships, let's say now, Cancer, you want to be out dealing with new people and doing new things, but yet your old friends or the people that were with you when you're sitting in the bus are kind of just like, where's Cancer at? Where's Cancer? Like, you're not paying any attention to them. So, you know, that can be a theme, right, for you. So you got to make sure you're kind of nurturing those connections that you have in the midst of meeting new ones as well, because you can be giving so much attention here and focus here that you just totally forget about the people that have been supporting you, that have been giving you, you know, good seeds or knowledge or information or pushing you, supporting you, whatever. You can kind of forget about them in a sense. Okay, the people that actually been helping you grow this whole time. So you got to kind of be careful of that. Okay. But also too, in your own personal life, dealing with 11th house, you can be kind of possessive your goddamn self. You can be possessive over your friends or overprotective, and you could be hindering their growth by constantly maybe telling them, no, don't do that because I did this. But whatever you experience, that person might not experience. It will not probably have the same experience as you. You could give advice and say, well, this is what I went through. I'm just, you know, letting you know. Not saying that you're going to go through that, but this is something to look after, you know, and then you kind of can back up versus like hoovering over and saying, nope, don't do that at all. Do not, absolutely not, don't do it. Like, you could be stopping them from something. You're hindering from something. All right. So Leo rising, sun, moon. So this is going to affect your 10th house. We all know 10th house, all about your career, your social status, your public image. That's pretty much it in your career. So, Leo rising, Leo sun, moon rising. I feel like this new moon, you can really boost your career. You can really, like, especially if you're a person that wants to come out in the spotlight, especially like on social media, or if you're building something up, as far as branding yourself, this can really set you up nice to set a good public image on how you want to display yourself, as far as marketing purposes, or just bringing more money or clientele to your business, or just even like how you're presenting yourself. You know, maybe you used to be a person that was just kind of like, you know, on the street corner, not really doing anything, and now it's like in the behind the scenes, you've been really working on yourself, and no one really knows. It's like you're a person that's on Facebook, you haven't posted on Facebook for like 2 years, and now it's like, now you're like, I want to come out now, I want to let everybody know I'm not that person I was before, this is who I am now. So that could be a theme for you as well. I just feel like you just kind of want a boost, you know. You might feel that energy to switch something up a little bit here. You might want to achieve different goals now as far as bringing home the bacon. You might want to invest in something. You might want to invest in stock at work, you know what I'm saying, to bring home more money. So looking at your investments and things of that nature can also be a theme for you too. I just feel like there are other goals that you might have, Leo, okay? Leo, this is your time to shine. You're supposed to be on center stage. So anything that you do, you kind of want to bring in that recognition, right? You want to be recognized for the things that you're tapping into. So, as far as Leo's goes, you need to go there. Like, just go there. Figure it out. Figure out what you want to do, how you want to do it. You know what I mean? Build a community of people that are like-minded like you, that are going somewhere, and that can also add to the plate. You know what I'm saying? Have those conversations, and that way you can do that and do that. It's just simple for you, pretty much. But on the negative side to that, Leo, if you are in a mode where you're kind of in a confused state, or you planted bad seeds and you come into this new moon with negative energy, you might be a person that is totally resistant to changing anything. You're like, you know what? I kind of like just where I'm at behind the scenes. I'm mediocre right now. Everything's kind of copacetic, but I know I could do more, but I really don't want to. Like, you could be in that kind of an energy where you don't really want to embrace anything new at this time. You might not want a new job because you've already set yourself up nice. You know your routes, and you know what you got to do. You know who to fuck with, who not to fuck with. You know how to actually play the system at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know all the ins and outs of it. So you might not want to go to a new career or have a new job, or even feel like you have time to start a new business, because you might want to travel. Earth energy. You might just want to be outside. You know what I'm saying? So you might not want to find that balance. You could be over controlling, of just trying to control everything right now. That's a person that doesn't want to accept change. So that could be like, or you can call it a person that doesn't want to be flexible. You can call it that. All right, next we have Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. So this is definitely going to be in your 9th house. And we all know that our 9th house, it's all about education and more of like a deeper, higher style of learning. Like learning this is like you buying like a 5,000 page book about, I don't know, our brain, or how the mind works, or, you know, that's more like a higher learning kind of thing, or something with math or numbers or some shit like that, right? You might be on that wave. Like, Virgos, you probably tucked in the cut, and you about to like learn something new. Okay, as always, break it all the way down, and then find a way you can finesse it and put your own little twist on it, and then turn it into like a business, or, you know, start doing it your goddamn self and getting your hands dirty and constructing some new things in your life. Okay, so that's probably where Virgos are at right now. So this new moon is gonna really inspire you to do some new shit, for real. Especially in the 9th house. You're definitely going to be learning something. You're going to seek some type of knowledge from some guru, or, like I said, a book, or you might go to, you might buy some courses. You might just indulge in a YouTube channel that's talking about this is how you build your own engine. You know what I'm saying? And you might just dive into that and like, boom, you learn a new skill set. Like, yeah, y'all might be deep into that. So, you know, I feel like also too, the ninth house can be a little spiritual too. So you guys might, you know, might be tapping more into who you are. Because when you kind of sit with yourself and you kind of are surprised at how grand of how many changes that you can make in your life and how many skill sets you can achieve just by sitting in solitude and sitting alone and going hermit mode and gaining your own or doing your own due diligence and researching and finding out all this knowledge, you might just shock yourself. And then you might, you know what, who am I? Like, damn, I'm a master of this, I'm a master, like what it... Like it might cause you to kind of, it might be a catalyst for you to really go dive deep and figure out who were you in a past life or who, you know, like who are you, like for real, like spiritually speaking, you know, you might tap into those endeavors. So right now also too, ninth house can be travel. So Virgos, y'all might be outside, you know, gaining more knowledge about the places that you're going. You might not want to be a whole tourist and like, you know, I want to go to Germany because I want to kind of figure out, you know, what was really going on during this time, but I also want to have fun too, you know. So you might turn a trip into half and half, like to gain more knowledge or to gain a new perspective versus what you see as far as, you know, Google University or TikTok University. You might want to go experience something for yourself to gain some more knowledge. So on the negative side to that, you can kind of neglect family. You can neglect your daily living activities because you can be so sucked into whatever it is that you want to tap into. Hold on. Oh, you know, it's allergy season. So you might, you know, be overly attached to what you have going on and kind of come across as selfish, and you don't really care about your duties, responsibilities, and obligations or anybody else right now at this time because you're focused on what you want to do. So you can come across as that, or you can really be that. But you also might be resistant to learning new perspectives. So let's say you've done something a certain way your whole life, but yet you go to Costa Rica and they do something different. You're just like, nah, I'm gonna keep doing it my way. Like you can just be like, nah, you can have that. Like I'm not gonna do it like that. You could be like that, like not wanting to see the other side or the other token of some things too, because you're so stuck and set in your own way of doing something as well, which can kind of limit you because you might even be like more skeptical. That's like low-key a limiting belief in a sense. So that's stunning your own intellectual growth right there if you do that. You know, sometimes it's good to kind of see how someone else's brain ticks and what they think and how they compute information that they receive. Sometimes it's a good thing to kind of, oh, that's how you really study the mind, right? All right, next we're going to go to Libra rising. Libra rising. So this is going to be in your 8th house. Okay, 8th house is all about your intimate connections, resources that you share, like anything shared in this house. Okay, is 8th house. And also too, 8th house can represent it can be assets, inheritances too, but it's more of like your own personal transformation in a sense. And like I said, you know, with the new moon in Taurus, Taurus is ruled by Venus. You're also ruled by Venus as well. So you're going to really feel this as a Libra. So, you know, you can bring on a major transformation. This could be a favorable time for you as well, just like the Taurus, like I was saying earlier. You can really deepen bonds, your intimate connections that you have with people. Now, when I say the word intimate, people get mistaken. Intimate doesn't have to be a sexual partner, okay? You can have intimate relationships with family members, with friends. So any type of, you know, where you're closely knitted with somebody doesn't have to involve sex. Okay, so anybody that you're intimate with, okay? You can really deepen those bonds with people right now. Maybe go out. Maybe you didn't spend enough attention, you know, to Lucy and Laura and them. So now you're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to engage more with you guys. I'm going to hang out more. I'm going to actually talk to you guys more. I'm going to give you my time and energy. so I can deepen this bond. This will also help you to resolve any type of emotional issues. Okay, this could be a good segue for healing for you in your own way. Because Libras, you can be kind of indecisive or stubborn, or, you know, in certain ways as well, to where you don't really work on self. So this will help you with that. Okay, maybe someone telling you something in a nice, kind way, giving you constructive criticism, versus your husband or your wife telling you something, you don't listen to the ass. Someone else says the same thing and they say it in a different way with a different tonality. You might listen, and this might be a catalyst for change for you. Taurus season, new moon energy, right? So that'll help you resolve a lot of traumas, or anywhere you had pain, things of that nature. You might see things in a new light. Now, on the negative side to that, you might be unwilling to really listen to people. You might look at them crazy and be like, what you say? Like, you might not be open to all of that, depending on what octave you're in. You know what I'm saying? So that can cause a lot of conflicts within your intimate connections or partnerships. And when you're Libra, when Libras are in a negative energy and nothing feels good to them, you guys react, you act out in a different way. You might overwork yourself at work. You might overwork way too many hours, and then you come home with an attitude or something, and then you end up doing some retail therapy, emotional spending, overspending your goddamn money. That could be a whole theme for you guys, okay? So you got to be careful of that. It's important to really find a nice balance, Libra, balancing the scales, right? Being open, not saying you have to take in every piece of advice your friends have to tell you or whatever, but you know, when 5 people are saying it versus you, there's maybe something that you're not recognizing, and you might gotta change it, you know? So you gotta find a balance of your needs, others' needs, you know what I'm saying, and really kind of allow that change to occur, or else when change happens, it's gonna happen in a way where something's gonna be ripped from under your feet, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. So Scorpio, this is gonna be, in your, this zipper, hold on, it's getting stuck in my hair. 7th house, okay, of, what is 7th house? Partnerships, relationships, okay? So this is a grand time for you to, you know, figure out who you want as far as friends, as far as people you want to date, as far as business partnerships, you know, situationships, whatever ship you're sailing. This is an important time for you to figure out where you want things to grow in those connections. Or maybe you've been single for so long, now you want to start dating. Or maybe you've been in this jacked up relationship, now it's like, you know what, I don't want to be here anymore. I want someone new, you know? Or maybe old friends, because they're not doing anything but, you know, always going to strip clubs and getting drunk and ripped and things of that nature. You don't want to do that anymore. You actually want to utilize your gifts and talents and skill sets to make some money for your goddamn self and build a foundation. You might stop hanging out with some old friends, and you might go out, because with your energy you have that like je ne sais quoi about you. You can really attract a lot of new people coming in, right? So you might want to put your time and energy into gaining new partnerships, and making new relationships, okay? Harmonious connections. But also too, maybe there's certain connections that you're kind of like, you're kind of in and out about. So now you want to find the harmony, find a nice balance within your relationships that you already have cultivated and put time and energy into. And you kind of looking at it like, dang, I feel bad. I never go anywhere with Rick, and he's always calling me. And he's such a good dude. Like, let me go on lunch date with him. It might be something like that. So on the flip side to that, on the negative side to that, Scorpio, this is where another thing, you might have a tendency to be a little bit controlling in the current connections you have right now, because a lot of new shifts are happening, new changes. It's more of a practical kind of like surface energy right now with this Taurian earth energy, and some might not want to go deep right now with you, Scorpio. So in that case, it's kind of like you might be like super possessive of a friend that wants to always go out and travel, but you can't do that yet because you don't have, you know, the esoteric coins to do that. Like, you didn't build yourself up nice And come this new moon, you're starting to look around like, dang, I really ain't got shit and I can't even go anywhere right now. And then all your friends are going somewhere, like you could be real sad about that. Like, no, like I want to go, but I can't. But if you're a person that, you know, you were building something, you know, you're coming into this new moon with positive energy, and you can go with your friends and you won't be on that possessive side. Or you could be a person that, you know, you haven't built enough yet, but you didn't plant any bad seeds at all, but yet, you know, you're still not matching that vision that you have for yourself, and you're like, you know what, hey, what's up, Sally? Yeah, send me pictures, I want to see videos, FaceTime me when you get there. Like, you're not tripping, you know. So you can create some challenges for yourself in that aspect. So you got to find a balance. You got to really find a balance between that. Okay. Allowing people to have their own independence. Trying not to be an enabler, or try not to really step into someone else's experience, and stopping them from maybe something that they need to learn. Okay. All right, moving along, we've got, where are we at? Oh, we're taking too long. Sag rising, I gotta get it done. Sag rising, Sag sun moon. So Sagittarius, this is gonna be in your 6th house, okay? So 6th house, we all know, is about focusing on your daily routines. This could be work, this could be also your health. So I feel like for you, Sag, this can be a good time to set up, you know, maybe you want to get a new workout routine, do Pilates, go to the gym, you know, go rough on that. You know, focusing on what you're eating, you know, what you're putting in your body. You might switch up your diet. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, I'm tired of eating bacon. I don't even want to eat bacon anymore. Every time I eat it, I get sluggish, you know. Let me eliminate bacon. I'll have turkey bacon. And then after turkey bacon, I'm going to wean off and have no bacon. You know what I mean? You might be thinking of that. So, new wellness habits is what we like to call that, and improving maybe your productivity somewhere at work, or if you're creating a business for yourself, whatever that looks like for you as far as the work situation. Okay. Oh God. But you know, just being of service in some form or fashion. Now, the negative side to this, Sag, is that you might, you know, continue to really kind of hinder the things that you want to do. You might still want to be stuck in an old pattern of behavior, or do something that's really not good for you. Let's say like you're a diabetic or something like that. You still want to go eat hella candy bars right before you go to the gym. You know, like you're like, I'm going to the gym, but yet you're not practicing everything completely new for yourself. You're actually hindering your progress. You know, you're not going to really lose weight or really maintain your diabetic status if you're eating all that sugar. Right? So it's not going to make sense. So I feel like it's really important for you to find ways to readjust, what you got going on. That way you can have a nice, you know, work-life balance, and you look good and you feel good as you're gallivanting in this world. God, jeez. Capricorn rising, sun, moon rising. Capricorn. So during this new moon, this is going to be in your 5th house. The iPad just died. This is going to be in your 5th house. 5th house is all about creating some things, okay? 5th house is all about your joy, the pleasure of life, you know, being creative. This can also be romantic partnerships as well. So I feel like for you, it's going to be, you might be in a mode to really pursue your hobbies. You know, whatever hobbies that you have going on, like you might do painting, art, drawing, singing, dancing, whatever it is. You might want to tap into those feel-good, creative energy right there to make yourself, you know, you might spark some ideas out of that. You might be able to monetize one of your hobbies and make some money off of it to build your stability, right? And build a foundation. And you might add more of your hobbies into your daily living activities to give you more structure. You're like, you know what? I'm going to set every day. I love reading. I'm going to make sure I read it every night. I'm going to put a timer on my phone so I can do that because it makes me feel good. I sleep better. I wake up energized. I'm not on my phone before I go to bed. You know, it could be anything. Just giving you kind of an example. Also, too, some of you guys might want to tap into new romantic connections. So you might want to feel like, you know what, I've been kind of to myself for a while. I might want to mingle and go outside and you know, see what the dating pool is looking like. Like you might be, you know, engaging in new connections to where, you know, you're like, you know what, I worked on myself enough. I've, you know, I did a lot of healing. I did a lot of going inward. Now I want to go out, and I have so much left to give. My chalice is full, and I'm ready to receive a new energy to come in and have a romantic encounter with. You might be on that type of time as well. Now, on the flip side to that, some of you guys might overindulge in just, you know, being in a space where all you do is like maybe you're doing all your painting or your art, or you're always doing something like in a, because you know Taurus is like overindulging, so doing something too much to where you're forgetting about your daily living activities. Like you're so sucked into this, but it's really not helping you in the long run. So you might get stuck at, let's say you're a painter. So let's say you're painting all this art. Yeah, it's a cool hobby and stuff, and you have fun doing it. It makes you feel good. You get to, it eases your mind and yada yada. But yet you forgot to pay the light bill. You're not using it to maybe like show people. Maybe they could buy your art. You're not even doing any of that. You know, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just, you could be stuck. It's kind of like being in that Saturn, Neptune, Pisces energy where you just kind of, you're stuck up here, but you got to come down here too. You know, we're focused to deal with reality. So your hobbies may not, whatever you're indulging in as far as your hobbies goes, you might be in a case where you don't want to deal with real life. So you would rather be stuck in this place. But yet here comes later on, you know, with all this earth energy, where we're supposed to be in this new moon energy, where we're supposed to like plant good seeds now and get things going for ourselves. Later on, you're going to be one of those people that are going to be like, dang, I didn't do nothing. You're going to be trying to play catch up, which sucks because Pluto's in Aquarius, so good luck with that. So you don't want to do that, right? You have to find a nice balance with your creative pursuits and also getting things done that you want to get done. And you can still, all in all, experience having joy and having fun and being spontaneous and still also having structure and building for yourself. So you got to be kind of like, flexibility is going to be key for Cap risings, okay? So next, let's go ahead and go into Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So this is going to be in your 4th house. We all know your 4th house is focused on your home, your family, and just pretty much your well-being, emotional well-being, because new moon energy, right? So this is a favorable time for you to just nurture what you got going on around you as far as like your environment, the aesthetics of your home, making things comfortable for you, whether it's your kitchen, your room, your garage, your gym, you know, living room, making everything aesthetically pleasing. Maybe creating some new family traditions instead of everyone on their phone, you know, and being separate in their own rooms. You might come up with some ways on, hey guys, let's do every Friday night game night. You know, you might be a person that's doing that. So, you know, stuff like that. And also too, in the midst of that, that's a new experience. North Node and Taurus, new moon energy, right? Experiencing and embracing that and becoming a little bit more adaptable, because now if you bring that energy, maybe one of the kids is going to be like, hey mom, can we go outside and ride bikes on Wednesdays? I don't have cheer practice. Like, you know, and you might be like, sure. Yeah, why not? Then we can go have dinner after or something like that, you know? So embrace that. The negative side to that is that you might not want to change, or you have such a strong attachment or connection to certain traditions and values that you already have. Like I'm fine with just, you know, the kids be on their iPads and in their room and playing their game. I'm fine with just sitting in the room and playing my game and, you know, watching my soap operas and being on my phone. I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? But you're not bringing in anything new. There's no change going on. So that might hinder you. That might hinder your personal growth, and it just might even hinder the people that are around you as far as being in the 4th house, when it's supposed to be about family and home and things of that nature. So, you know, you might want to just be a little bit more open, okay? So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. So this is going to be in your third house. We all know the third house is ruled by Mercury. Mercury's in Taurus right now as well. So this is all about communication, okay? This is all about learning. Also your thoughts, any type of knowledge or intellectual pursuits that you may go after right now at this time. So you guys might, eventually, I feel like this is a favorable time for you to really express how you motherfucking feel. Like, let people know how you feel. Like, be brutally honest, be truthful, and stay in that Taurian energy, which is like smooth operator. Like, letting people know, like, hey, you know what? That's not a part of my agenda today. Or, you know what? I love you. You're amazing. I love what you've done for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Like, giving people their flowers, giving them their props, but also, too, making sure that it's, reciprocity is the name of the game with this Taurian energy, right? Having those conversations, too, about, you know what? I've been watching you for a while, and can you teach me how to, can you teach me all about crypto right now? I'm really trying to expand my financial portfolio. I've been watching you for a while. You seem very knowledgeable. I love the way that you converse with people when you're live, and so I resonate with your energy. How can I book with you? And then there you go, learning, something new that's going towards your stability and things of that nature, So having those conversations. This is also you learning, like going deep into learning something. That's that Gemini energy as far as, Mercury's ruled by Gemini, communication, planet communication. So it's like seeing both sides of something, the dark and the light of learning about, I don't know, learning about the stars, moons, and quasars, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing both sides of it all. That's pretty much the energy as far as Pisces goes. Can't really think of anything else, but yeah, just learning new things that's going to help you stay structured. You might be so wrapped into learning about metaphysics or some shit like that, but I feel like this is going to be not so spiritual. That's more like 12th house or 9th house. That's more like 9th house energy, but more 3rd house is just going to be learning something, like learning a new skill set. You might have a new mentor, you might have bought a course, ebook or something that's going to teach you something on how to build more structure in your life. And also if it's going towards building a foundation, bringing home the bacon, bringing in the stability that you're looking forward to, bringing the material possessions that you want. Now on the flip side of that, since you want to be all talky, right? You want to be like, you want to converse with other people, and you're not in your shell right now and you want to talk, you have to be careful of the things that you're saying, okay? Not everybody should know what's going on with you as far as your ideas, but some maybe should, because new moon energy is a good time you want to plant seeds. So this is a good time to converse with people, but you want to make sure you're conversing with the right people and saying not specifically the right things, but certain topics are not for everybody. Like you'll start to recognize that. Somebody might take what you say and flip it and turn it into something negative. So it's kind of like just peeping the energy and utilizing your discernment in that kind of a fashion as well. You might not be able to talk about stars, moons, and quasars with Becky, but you might be able to do that with Bob. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all go on a deeper level, and then y'all figure out how you can create something together. And then y'all talking about, oh, well, I know this person. You're like, oh, I know this person too. They'd be a great person to host on a podcast or something. So here you have like 7 more people, and you guys are like-minded, doing the same thing. And now everyone's tuning in. Y'all build a whole community off that, and now people are coming to you guys individually for whatever services you guys each offer, right? So it's like you got to just be really careful too. Like you don't want to have any limiting ideas when we're dealing with the 3rd house. You can also be more in your head to where you're just thinking a lot of information, because that's Mercury. You can be really in your head about all these ideas and just really thinking about it, but you never bring it to the light. You just keep it all up here, and you contradict yourself, and there goes fear, there goes doubt. I can't do this, I can't do that. No, just like that back and forth kind of an energy. Remember, Gemini also ruled by Mercury, so it's like having that I don't know, the airy, flighty energy. So you got to be careful of that too, because that can bring on negative stuff. You might be stubborn, or you might be overly attached to a certain idea that you have, and then really it's not going to play out in your favor to where it's not bringing any stability for yourself. There's no consistent income coming in the home. But it's a cool thing to do as a hobby. And that's it. You know, balance, right? So you just got to really remain open-minded about the way that you're thinking and things of that nature. So you guys, I'm ready to switch it up. I've been ready, but let's switch it up. Let's get some confirmations. We're gonna use our tarot astrology deck here. That's not the name of it, I just call it that. What is the name? Because I feel bad for not knowing the goddamn name. The name of this deck is Spirit of the Cosmos by Joan Zodians. She is genius for this deck here. You guys don't forget to thumbs up the videos you're watching. Helps the videos circulate and percolate. Appreciate. Okay. Normally this deck just brings us confirmations as far as the aspects I already speak about, what energy is going on in spirit. You know, I channel, I'm the vessel, and usually it's a confirmation, but it gives us a little bit more insight, or it lets us know what we really need to be focusing on, or what energy to pay attention to. So usually that's what happens when I use this deck. That's why I love it. And some people also, you know, they like doing the cards versus hearing me talk about, you know, stars, moons, and quasars. It could be a little confusing, especially if you're a visual learner like me. You know, it's kind of cool to get the cards going. So what does the collective need to see? Hopefully you guys are doing well. What are plans this weekend? Does the game come on tonight? Shit, I think the Lakers played it, and I'm not sure. If there's someone in here that watches basketball, please let me know. I think they do. What does the collective need to see at this time? Ooh, look at that. Hold on, let's get a little bit of cleansing. I have other decks too, guys, that may pop out. I'm pretty sure we have time. Okay, so. Oh, I'm tripping. All right. Not bad. So we have here. So we've got Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. Oh shit. So we know Mars is in Cancer right now. It's about to go into Leo, which I think is on the 20th. What day is that? Saturday, I think. So Two of Wands in reverse. I feel like what that's saying, that's an action cards, fire energy. That's Aries energy right there. So for some of us, there's some things that we haven't been acting on, maybe that we should. It's like more like an idea, or maybe we don't value it enough. Maybe, you know, maybe we don't have enough knowledge about it to really put action into it. It's kind of like seeing something and just be like, you know what, I know I really want to incorporate this. It's kind of like, you know, when you're online and it's like you bookmark something or you save it and then you kind of forget about it. So there's something there that needs to be done, and you just got to really tap more into it as far as maybe learning something more about it. Then you'll like, oh, I got to do this now. I got to do this now, you know? So figure out what that is for you. It could be totally something different. That's just sitting there. This could either be in your mind too, like I said, like an idea. You know, write those ideas down, get them on paper, because you never know. You could branch off into something else. You might be passionate about something else right now, and then later on you're like, you know what? All right, cool. I want to create now I want to do like my own clothing line off of this. I want to create my own perfume and candles and incense sticks and crystals, and you know what I mean? Like I want to create my own deck of cards. Like, you know what I mean? So you can really, maybe that idea you'll put action, deep action to that later. Okay, so there's something there that could be lingering. All right. Also too, I'm also getting the feeling like you might not feel, it's not more of a feeling. No, we're gonna leave it there. It's more like an action. Okay, so 5 of Swords here, guys. So with all these changes, 5 equaling change, being creative. Now it's like we have to think of ways getting out, not being so emotional about something, but, you know, getting into action as far as bringing the change, as far as our stability and building our foundation and creating structure within our lives. Sometimes you might not have everybody there, so you could be in your head having a conflict saying, dang, I don't have enough supporters, or I don't have enough this or that. But get out of the lack mentality and just kind of go for what you want and how you want to do it, and then the rest will kind of come to you. So you have to make sure that you're not too much in your head. This is like conflicting information possibly here. And this is Aquarian energy. So thinking of ways, you got to think outside the box. Don't get stuck. Think outside the box. Now, this is new moon energy. This might allow you to really sit there, and you might need to be around more people. Maybe you're where you're at, you know, you're not hanging in with other people that are innovative, that have new ideas. They're not motivating you. They're not supporting you. They ain't got nothing going on. You might need to move around. That way you can get out of your head and really put these ideas to the forefront with that Uranian energy that's on here too. Uranus energy. Thinking outside of the box, right? Really shaking shit up. So you can be right now disrupting your own goddamn mind with like some negative stuff, or you might want to really shake shit up and get out there, but you got to like take action on that, right? So this is where you come together with people. 3 of chalices, right? Look at them conjuring up something. So that's water energy. Okay, it's also the moon is more feminine, so that could be that, you know, this is Cancer energy. Pluto's in Aquarius right now too, so, and it's retrograde at this time for a few months. So the number 3, so that's divine feminine and masculine energy and people coming together. So 3 of chalices is more like having those conversations and setting up. You guys are all passionate about something. Like, this is good. Like, for example, you know, okay, I'm an astrologer, and then you have someone that's really good at the human design chart. This person's really good at gene key, but it's all kind of correlated under the same umbrella. So this is where you can celebrate together and bring your skill sets together and come together and create your own community. You guys are all passionate about it. Everyone, you know, likes all of you guys' energy. You guys can really come together and work on something, you know? So I like how that kind of segue in there. And then if you think about it, 5 + 3 = 8. This can bring on infinite possibilities for all of you guys. Okay, more opportunities, new doors, new windows, everything opening up. So I like how that kind of flows. And look, we have 8 right after that again. 888. You know, like, really think about it. So Sagittarius energy, doing those things that create freedom for yourself, so you can feel a little bit more free and not restricted. Uranus energy, thinking outside of the box. You know, Sagittarius don't like to be in a box. They like to be free and out and explore. So you could be traveling, taking action. 8 of Wands is like going somewhere, right? If you know that you are going to high places, you have a mission here, honey, take action on it. So you could be needing to go outside and go somewhere, go to another city, state, country, whatever it is, to meet new places, new faces. See, you see how this is like all kind of just confirming everything that I said. And this is Jupiter energy too. So it's like, so you can expand your horizons, right? Jupiter's in Taurus as well, to expand whatever it is that you're working on as far as bringing on those material possessions, you know, bringing home the bacon, building the bricks, right? So you got to kind of get out. That brings on more, an infinite amount of possibilities, being more of an optimistic energy. Like I said, gaining more research, using that philosophical part of the Sagittarius energy too. You know what I'm saying? Gaining more knowledge. Like I said, there could be something that you need to know more about. This kind of answers our question in a sense, right? There's something you just might need to know a little bit more about it, and then you'll value it a little bit more and take action on it and go after it, go towards it. Okay, this could also mean something coming towards you. Okay, but I feel like it's always like about you. This could be like, you know, opportunities coming towards you as far as the number 8, opportunities coming your way. This is the energy. 6 planets in Taurus. So many grand opportunities. Like, what's that? Sugar-free, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. It's kind of like that. Like, do it now. Like, set yourself up real good. That way later on, you're like really, when Pluto is sitting in Aquarius for the next 20 years, you got a nice bed, like it's like a 10-foot bed, and you got like a whole like dream catcher on top. You painted the walls, everything's looking real nice, and you want to be in that. You know what I mean? Versus just sitting with a pillow and a blanket on the goddamn floor with nothing to look at in your room, just white walls. You know what I'm saying? So make sure whatever it is that you're tapping into now, you could be, like I said, the inventor or the creator of something. You could be the go-to, you could be the plug, the key for something right now in life. Just set yourself up real good, okay? So sometimes you got to get out of our emotions and be more in the cerebral energy, King of Swords, and be very black and white about shit. You have to really know exactly what you want. The King of Swords knows exactly what he wants, but he can still bust out the sword. You know what I'm saying? He's not easily swayed by anything that's going on. He knows what he wants and he goes after it, kind of an energy. You know, in and out, like a robbery kind of an energy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna sit back and watch. I know what the hell's going on. Like, I'm here with it, right? I'm here. I'm not all here. Sometimes you have to kind of be more in that divine masculine energy to take action in a sense, right? That's Aquarian energy too. To really kind of think, like sometimes you gotta, it's good to get out there in the public and to socialize and to meet people, but sometimes like some things is not for everybody to know as far as the action steps that you're taking, as far as the conversations that you're having. Like not everybody needs to know every move that you make, especially at this day and age, right? There's some people out there that just ain't it. The energy just not it. You already know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go too deep into that. But some people don't need to know all those things. That's going to build the, you know, your foundation of stability, because you have Capricorn energy on the other token of that, which is the sign right next to it, right? So Capricorn is all about the material possessions, things looking nice. You know what I'm saying? And also really building the foundation and being comfortable, taking care of themselves and whoever's around them. So you want to make sure that you're just not talking to just any old body. You know, you got all your marbles, you got your head on right. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind. What's that song? Was that Jay-Z? Get your mind right, shorty. Get your mind right. Like, make sure you're clear, concise with the conversations you're having. Very focused. Clear communication is the name of the game right now. Mercury and Taurus energy as well. Okay? All these planets in Taurus, talk about it. Be about it. All right? So we also have here, we have 7 of chalices. This is exactly what I was kind of low-key just saying. Now, number 7 is a masculine number. So this is people, you know, there's always a cup of, like I said, you could be in a room full of people, right? They can all have their own skill sets and magic and things that they hold, but there's always one snake that could be there. Not all money is good money. There's always going to be one rotten apple somewhere, somehow, but you got to be able to see that and catch the energy. Know what you're getting into before you get into it. Reading the room, checking the temperature, okay? You have to recognize these things. You be that Scorpio, okay? This is Scorpio energy. Scorpios are what? Private. They keep everything in, but they're also like the Nancy Drews. They observe every goddamn thing you do to the finest detail and study your motherfucking ass. They know you better than you know your goddamn self at the end of the day. So you got to sit back and kind of do that, right? And this is moon energy too. So you'll see a lot. Like I always say, sit back, watch, grab your popcorn. 9 times out of 10, people are always telling themselves, you just got to pay attention. That's the cheapest thing. That's the cheapest thing you can do is pay attention. So you got to really do that. Moon energy, right? So remember, the 7 chalices, this can also mean multiple different opportunities coming in. This could be, you know, different ways to fill up each aspect of your cup in life, as far as health, wealth, mental, physical, emotional, whatever it is. Excuse me. Anything that you have around you. Hold on, that incense got in my throat. Hold on. So, as far as either what people can bring or whatever aspect in your life right now, okay, you might have to, your chalice might be a little empty in certain areas. Like right now, as far as your health, maybe it's a little dry. New moon energy. You got to figure out how to fill that up. Okay, make sure you're feeding your body correct so you can have energy to carry out your duties and responsibilities. Make sure you are nourishing your body with water, whatever it is that you got going on. Because other places might be filled, but this one might be a little low. You know, you got to kind of recognize those things too, where you're unbalanced at as well. So I like this. So kind of like keeping your mouth shut. Sometimes, you know, you can't be vulnerable with everybody. Not everybody wants to see you kind of win. Some people are just out here just watchers, lurkers. They want your playbook. They want to be like you. And, you know, so you got to kind of be careful with the people that you're talking to, who you're sharing your ideas with. Especially if you're a person that is dealing with like 11th house kind of an energy. All right. So that's that. Let's move on. Let's get some oracles, you guys, really quick here. You see how that's kind of confirmed in a sense in the new light. So those are more prominent things to pay attention to as far as the energy. You know what? I'm going to do these ones right here, actually. Let's get the Destiny Oracles. I love this deck, you guys. I'm not going to do individual signs today because I do have stuff going on. It's already 3:11. I'm not rushing or anything, but I'm just letting you know. I got to stay on task. What does the collective need to see at this time? It's so beautiful. Like, I want to go outside. You know what I'm saying? Anything else? Yeah, I figured there's more. You guys don't forget to thumbs up the videos you're watching. Helps the video circulate and percolate. So let's see what we have. Ooh, protection at an all-time high. Protection and patience. This is the name of the game right now, right? Think about it. We need to protect what we have going on already. If you're already a person that's been establishing certain things for yourself as far as gaining structure, building your stability and your foundation, as bringing stability and building your foundation as well to have the material success that you need in life, it's like protecting all of that and, you know, appreciating what you already have now. And then you can really like, what is that? You can really, I didn't know what was flying in the sky for a second. You can really set yourself up nice, right? And expand Jupiter energy, Jupiter and Taurus, expand what you already have right now, okay? And with all this Earth energy, 6 planets in Taurus right now, it's really the season to really practice patience in the midst of all of this powerful house of change, okay? Everything is changing around you, in you, outside of you. It's all, you have to embrace it. You have to get uncomfortable right now. So you have to be patient. Rome was not built in a day, as they say, and that's that Earth energy. Remember, I said Earth energy is a little bit slower moving energy, so things can really happen out of nowhere and then just drag out in a sense, right? So you have to really accept and be more solution based on things that you got going on and be truthful and be practical, right? About what you got. The 3 P's, protection, patience, and practical, right? So you got to kind of walk in your truth, be authentic as possible. Shit, you want to attract people just for you being you. You want to fake the funk, you know what I'm saying, and wear all these goddamn masks. You forget what lies you told whoever, and now people are recording you, screenshotting, sending it, broadcasting it, and then figuring out who the fuck you really are. You know, just be you, be real. Bring your own juice to the table. You have your own spark, your own light, your own magic, your own gifts, right? Each and every one of us is different, and you have that template to start out with, which is your natal chart, and you can dive more deeper into that. This is just like, that's our skeleton bones of what you came here with. So now learn how to alchemize the energy and work with it to bring in the abundance that you want. You can definitely do that right now, and we have the abundance card sitting here too. Okay, you can really, like I'm telling y'all, you can really set yourself up nice. Focus on what you want. What are the things that you value? Switch up your priorities right now so you can get whatever it is cooking. I need you to be in the kitchen cooking. What they say? What's that song? I can't even think about it, but damn, it was a hit back in the day. It's that OG Genesis song, whipping something. I forgot. Anyways, y'all know what it is. Y'all look it up. So yeah, that we can bring home the bacon. So in order for change to occur and to be accepting of the change, you have to be flexible. I did mention that a lot with a lot of these rising signs. We all got to be a little bit flexible right now. So like I said, that'll bring in new opportunities, new energy, planting new seeds, right? Doing new things, new faces, new places, new experiences. You have to be flexible right now. Everything's old and outdated. You see everything that's old and outdated is falling apart. Old systems, old things that they told us was a lie, you know? So we gotta really, you gotta be the one to create. You bring something, especially Tauruses and Libra. Y'all gotta tell us what the hell we should be doing too. If someone's lost out there, you got a friend that's lost, they don't know, you know, they left from their right. Let them know what's up, what's going on, especially you're a higher octave Taurus. Let them know, tell them the dealio, okay? And so they can have that strength. So build the strength. We have that lion in here. Build up that strength. That way you can accept change and be flexible. And who cares about what anybody else thinks right now? It is not the time to be like, well, no, we're not going to drive my car because it's a little dirty. You got like 2 crumbs from a cookie. Like, get on this goddamn cart. Hey, hey, excuse the rug or whatever, you know, my kid's eating crackers, having a good old time, but hey, we got this mission right now, so let's go. And they should be like, oh, I ain't even tripping, you know, but you're the one tripping and you're in your mind about dumb stuff that don't even matter right now. Like really pay attention to what you're paying attention to, what you're really thinking about, okay? All right, you have to kind of set your mind free of the bullshit. So going towards freedom, what does that look like for you? Everybody, when I say the word freedom, they think about something totally different. You might be a person that's trying to get out of the system. You know, you might be a person that is trying to free yourself from debt right now. I don't know. You might be a person that's just really trying to feel free within the quarters of your environment right now, earth energy, right? Your home. Maybe there's too many people in the home right now and you go figure out how to get your own place, you know, your own apartment or whatever, so you can be comfortable. Freedom, it could be more internal, like your energy. So you could be like, dang, I don't know, I feel kind of disconnected, I feel lost, I don't know where to go, I don't know who to believe, blah, blah, blah. Fine, go within. Go within. Go within. You got all the answers right here. I'm just here to help you, remind you. That's it. Like, you have everything within you that you need. Start with healing. Start with shadow work. You know what I'm saying? Like, start there first. Heal them wounds, honey, okay? That way you can free up space. Think of your mind kind of like, think of your mind like a computer, right? We have all these old archives from all the years and that we've been here, and all of the experiences in between all of that, right? So all those archive files, you might have so much back there. It's kind of like the MacBook saying, you need to free your iPhone or your computer of storage right now. Yeah, you might need to do that so that you can receive this new update. Okay, like it's like that. You need to free some shit up. Like they always say, less is more sometimes, right? To bring in the things that you actually care about. Like, I really want to grow that garden. Well, stop buying, you know, stop buying $3,000 purses instead, and put that money towards whatever you need for your garden. You know what I'm saying? If you want to eat healthier, you see, it's like a twofer. So what's freedom to you? Really think about it, okay? And that way you can just become really enlightened during this time. This is a really grounded kind of an energy. You gotta stay grounded. And the reason I say this is because we have Saturn and Neptune and Pisces right now, but not just because of that. It's just we have so much change, so many changes, and so many new things that are coming about, so many things that are happening right now. People, you know, Pluto's in Aquarius right now, forcing people to go inward at this time, but still, you know, it's a fast moving planet. So it's like people are trying to do anything and everything they can just to like gain resources, earth energy, Taurian energy, right? Or to get more money, finances, to really set themselves up nice. Like I said, some people are stepping on whoever's next to get whatever they want. So you have to stay grounded enough to peep game, to peep those people that are just esoteric vampires, or to peep those people that are just using you. You got to peep everything, but in order to do that, you have to stay grounded. That way you can stay focused on building what you got going on, having a nice balance when to just have a little bit of, you know, be in the creative juices and carrying out your hobbies, having a little bit of fun, enjoying life, and also, you know, still having that structure and being disciplined at the same token, building yourself up. You know, upward and onward is the name of the game, and forward. We don't want to go backwards because you get stuck in a situation with some people, or be in your own goddamn mind. You know what I'm saying? Put your own self in a prison over here. 9 of Swords energy. Like, and being blind to all the red flags and participating in conversations that don't mean nothing, or dealing with people that don't mean nothing. Like, and then here it goes, like 5 years later, you're like, dang, everybody else is like living their life, traveling, doing whatever the hell they want out the way, and you're just stuck. Like, you just sitting there, dang, I didn't do nothing. You don't want to be that. Be the opposite, okay? Do the opposite, honey. If you're, especially like in your environment, who you're talking to, what you're listening to, who you're paying attention to, it all matters. What you're feeding yourself as far as food, music, sounds. I'm telling y'all. That's why I say stay tuned in, tap in, and turned on. It's deeper than what you think when I say that. I'm a Pisces, so I get real deep. Real deep. With a Scorpio stellium and a Capricorn stellium. Anyways. Let's go. We're going to use our spirit guide deck, y'all. Our ancestor deck, sorry. What messages do we have for the collective? What do we need to read? Ooh. You guess what card that was, you guys? It was an Earth card. All this goddamn Earth talk, right? Reporting live from Earth News. Hey, Jim. Back to you. Life giver. Look at this card. Life giver. You see this? Earth energy giving life to whoever this is laying down. With all the greenery and the scenery, with the moon in the background or the sun. I love this. Like I said, it's the same thing. Staying grounded. Giving yourself the life. Maybe you're a person that you didn't do what you got to do this last few years. You're so stuck on helping everybody else, fixing everybody else, doing everything for everybody else. Maybe that's a sign you need to start taking care of yourself right now, honey, because this is the time, okay? To invent something, to create something, to set yourself up real nice. You can bring in a lot of money, a lot of material, a lot of abundance, period, in your life. Give life to yourself. That way you're just not in survival mode and you look like it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, ugh. And then, because you got to play catch up and be, you know, you don't want to be leeching off anybody else. You want to create your own magic. Look at that. We have a magician. Look at these segues. Everything's just kind of, what is it? Everything's all connected. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. So magician, you want to start conjuring up. Like I said, I don't know why people be hating on people or they're jealous or envious. It's like, sit in a corner. Go sit in the corner because you have your own gift. Go find out what that is. Go sit in the goddamn corner and do some shadow work. Like, you have your own shit. Like, whoo, it's so many people in that negative way. Like, I don't want none of that. Like, y'all can keep that. Y'all can have that. Like, where are the supporters, the true, the real, authentic people that want to do something for themselves and also want to be within other people that are on that same mind wave? Like, man, we just really want to be solid out here and just be happy and live in, like, utopia. You know what I'm saying? And just live life and mind our own goddamn business. You know what I mean? Like, where are they at? Like, you don't want to be in this negative energy. So conjure up, figure out what your own magic is, what's your own power, what are your skill sets, what do you have to bring to this table here? Okay? What do you have to bring? If we all went to a bartering system or, you know, there's no more coin, you know, no more money. It's all digital, right? All this AI stuff. What do you have? What do you do? What you got? What you got going on? Okay? What have you been conjuring up these last few years? Don't be scared. Don't be shy now. Bring it out. Don't worry about what anybody else got to say about it. Bring it out. Talk about it. Do it. Tap into it. Tap into your magic. Tap into your power. Get your power back. Okay? Use this. Use this. Get your power back. Don't get lost in the sauce. It's going to cause a lot of fuckery in the dancer. You don't want that, right? So get inspired. I like this. Holy One. Think about that. Think about this card right now. Get inspired, get motivated, really tap. And once you tap into that, it's like tapping into like a cosmic consciousness or a God frequency. When you know the power that you hold. There's not one person that's the same. So think about this. Really think about it. Because sometimes a lot of people don't realize when you messing with somebody or you talking to somebody in a negative way, you never know what spirit team they got going on. You never know what magic or power they hold. They might not have to do nothing. They might not even have to lift a finger and still get you as far as karma. So you got to really be careful. So don't you want to tap into that to see what you got going on? Okay? So you ain't got to lift a finger. You're just like, oh, that's light work. I ain't got to do nothing. You know what I mean? But like turn a page in a book and light a candle. like, you know what I'm saying? Like really figure out who you are and master that. Because then that automatically gives you confidence. That automatically allows you to not care about what's going on. That allows you to create all these magical squares that you have and just have the freedom within you to know that anything that you put your, blood, sweat, and tears into, it's going to be magical anyways. You'll be more optimistic. You're not going to be a negative Nancy or a pessimistic Paul out here projecting and causing disruption and destruction in the world, okay? You're gonna like really be catching every single wave, just surfing and turfing, whoop, 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 with the shades on too, and maybe the phone, you know what I'm saying? Like, look guys, like, you know what I'm saying? Thanks, Steve. So anyway, that's the message, guys. Hopefully this resonated with you. I'm pretty sure it did. I know it did. I don't even know what I'm asking. But you guys don't forget to, I'm going to timestamp everything that way you can refer back to it, especially if you're just tuning in. I love all of you guys from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all of my true supporters for keeping my channel alive and going. I do this for y'all, for real. And I don't want to get teary-eyed. Hold on. But y'all mean the world to me, and I appreciate you guys chilling with me, especially if you're live. You're always commenting. You're on my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, wherever y'all find me. I appreciate all you guys, and I love this. This is my passion. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to enlighten you. I might pull up some fears and put it in your face, but I'm gonna do it in a loving way, so it doesn't become a fear anymore, and you can get through that shit and we can keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it moving. So you guys protect your energy. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, click the button next to it, that you guys are notified every time I go live. I may go live tomorrow. I do have an event tomorrow, but I may pop up tomorrow, so be on the lookout. But if not, if I don't see y'all have a really good weekend. You can see me on Twitter or Instagram. I'll be posting on there, like my personal life on Instagram and Twitter, low-key. I do uploads, downloads, channeling, whatever you want to call it, on Twitter as well. Like in the moment kind of energy over there. So just, everything's in the description box down below. And you know where to find me at bigsnapdark.com, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.